Okay, good morning everybody, this is Vapix from Subjugated Gaming, and today we're not going to continue our King of the Hill series. What we're going to do is we're going to showcase 3 matches that I played. One of them had a fantastic ending and I really want to show it off, and the other 2 matches are against Lord NACL, so Lord Salt, originally from Excalibur and is now in Masterclass, and we played in our preliminary battles in order to get into the Australian team for the Legion's national battles that are coming up. So we'll start off with that other game. Alright, pretty sure this is the game here against Goat Doom. So we were just messing around, playing with some decks, getting ready for the trial coming up, and this is the game we played. Now we went second, so we're already starting off pretty low here. Like, we don't like this matchup, and we're going second. So we throw those there, and we get the Wraith, Strike, and Fade combo to start off with, and that's really nice. You know, we've got our Las Rifle section here to play. So we're feeling okay with our opening hand. I know Survivor's quite nice. So we shoot for 3, and end our turn. We'll just skip through this a bunch so it goes faster. Alright, he reduces our attack and attacks once. Standard opening for Conrad. I might not have done it if I was him. And here I play the Las Rifle, make sure he has something in the field that he has to deal with, instead of just shooting him for 3. I know this is a longer game. So here he decides to attack my Warlord in order to bait me into swinging my full health Las Rifle section into it, but I have the no survivors here. So I play it and get a Mark of Chaos on the Las Rifle. I get Poisonous, so it's kind of useless. Now I choose not to attack here, because I want him to maybe have to deal with that, or for myself to have it on field for next turn, so I can play Wraith into Strike and Fade. Okay, and he uses the energy to deal with it. This way, he can't have something on field to make it easier for him to deal with it. So I play the Wraith, and I Strike and Fade. Pretty standard combo there. We love it. We've also drawn Bronze here, so that's amazing. Our hand's fantastic. Now he has an out. Trades his 5-drop into it, which is nice for us, and we still have our 3-1 on field. So we're able to attack, get our 4-4 out, and then we also play Brond and say, well, deal with us now, and we draw some cards. Pretty standard, we're going alright, feeling good. Now he plays his Curses Chosen here, and that just ruins our day. Destroys our troop here, and there's not much we can do about it. Unfortunately, we haven't got anything to deal with the Recon Claw, but that's okay. So here, unfortunately, we have to use a Sweeping Advance on our troop to buff it to 5 attack to trade out. It feels pretty bad, but we're still doing okay here. You know, he's down to 26, and I'm pretty sure we play the Speeder here. We do. Puts him down to 22. We're not in the best position here, but we're not feeling too terrible. We've got a Conqueror on hand in case he floods the field. We've got some Breaches, some no survivors, and we've got a Melgator to bounce. Now, unfortunately, he plays Edict and hits 4 of the 5 cards in our hands. This feels really bad. We are not in a great spot here. He's got 5 cards in hand. One of them is his Reckoning, which he gets off soon. And we're just feeling really, really bad. Now, we top deck a nice card here, and we shoot him. No point in playing Melgator, so we keep it on a hand, open for later players. He responds with 2 stealth guys that can constantly attack me, get stealth, and he can reduce my attack. Now, we get lucky and draw the Conqueror here. We do have to sacrifice our own troop here, but to get rid of those 3, it's incredibly good value for us. Now, we really need to rush him down here. And then he plays Yara, making our attack 0. Now, this isn't so bad for us because we mainly want to use our ability, but it is a big troop. Now, the problem that he's got here is that he can only have 6 energy now because of the maintenance. So he's unable to play his Reckoning, and he's on such low life that that's really not great. Now, here I was just like, I hope he doesn't have enough to get another 9 damage on us from hand, and I didn't think he did with 6 energy, and that's fine. He attacks us with Yara, and now we're just hoping to draw a Goldstone. I'm just going to pause it here before we draw. Now, there's a bunch of cards in our deck we could draw here to win the game, alright? We shoot him for 3 for 2 energy, putting him down to 2 HP. Now, things that would kill him here is either Goldstone, so there's 2 Goldstones, either of the shoot for 2 if it's a front line and shoot it for 5. That card, the 3-drop, right? That'll shoot him for the extra 2 damage. Now, even the other speeder would win us here because we could play the Melkator to bounce the frontliner and then attack him with the other 4-2 speeder. And the other no survivors would also win us the game here. So there's quite a few cards in the deck that will win us the game. Now, the card here that we draw that wins us the game is not one I was expecting. And I sit here for a second and decide, yes, we can win. We play the Las Rifle to shoot him for 1. Then we play a Melgator to bounce the Las Rifle. Then play the Las Rifle again to shoot him for the other 1, leaving us with 2 energy, which is enough to shoot him for the 3 last damage. And we use the taunt there because that was such a dumb way. Now, I don't think that's a game I should have won, but it's a game I did win, and it was in the dumbest way I could possibly think of. So I'm glad that happened. He then later messaged me on Discord, telling me about how that was such a good game, and I had to agree. Alright, so now we're going to proceed on to the 2 games that I had against Lord Salt here. Now, as you can see, I won them both, so I won my prelims. How this works is that each player picks 2 warlords. Now, these warlords cannot be from the same faction, so I've picked Conrad Curse from Night Lords and Erlen from World Eaters here. And he chose Magnus the Red from Thousand Suns and Petarabo from Iron Warriors. Now, what you do is you both disclose which warlords you're playing, and then you both pick one of your warlords and don't tell the opponent which one you've picked, and you go into a game. Now, you face off. Now, if you win with your warlord, you can't play that warlord again, you have to win with the other one. The idea is that it's a best 2 out of 3. You've both got 2 warlords, and once you win with a warlord, you cannot use that warlord again. If you lose, you can use him again, but you can also change if you decide to. Now, I open with Erlen here, knowing that it's a bit of a rough matchup against either Magnus or Petarabo. But we verse Magnus, and we go pretty ham in this first game. We go so fast. We open pretty okay, and we get rid of the Goldstone and the Breach because we don't really feel the Goldstone are opening, and he's not going to play anything that we really want to get rid of, so the Breach is pretty useless. Now, we get another Goldstone, which is not terrible, but not great, and our Battle's Glory, which I think is useless in this matchup. So we open by shooting for 3, as you do, and next turn, my other play is Las Rifle again. Now, he plays Void Engagement here, and we don't like that because he hits and gets us 3 damage. So that's very unfortunate. Now we play our Las Rifle, shooting for 1, and we end our turn. We don't want to start attacking him. He's got too much health, and he's got too much burst damage. We can't get low. Now, he plays his increase of psychic energy and decides not to do anything to this Las Rifle section, which I thought was odd. I would have thought he would want to shoot it so it dies when it attacks him. But he didn't. Anyways, we swing in for 3 and play our other troop. Now, he responds here with his Dewback, and we don't like that, but we've got ways to deal with it. You know, just by swinging in. That's a delay tactic for him. So I decide, well, let's smack it with our Warlord and play No Survivors. And try and get a decent Mark of Chaos off, either Khorne or Slanesh for sneak attack or +3. And we get the sneak attack, which is very nice here. Swing in for the free 5 damage, and we've got 1 energy left, so we play the Lecto. Fill up our hand. I'm not too worried about what he's got in his hand, because we always assume he's got the best cards possible. Most of the psychic energy cards that we care about affect troops, and we don't really care about which troops we got on field, because they usually just die straight away. Now here he plays his Give Everything Precaught card, which slows us down a lot, unfortunately. But that's okay, because we just shoot for 3, play our own Dewback here as a distraction card, and then Lecto up again. And we draw into our 1-off D-sats, which is nice, and then Abandoned Supplies. And off Lecto, we get a heal card. Now, you know, it's not too good, it's not too bad, it might win us the game, it might not. Now he uses his Ashen Blow to get rid of our big guy. And swings face with the troop instead of into the Dewback. But then plays the Las Rifle, which he got off his Dewback, right? Yeah. And swings in, which is fine. Now here, I'm like, well, the best option here is just to play D-sats. He's got 2 troops that we get a 50-50 chance of killing. And we get a perfect D-sats. 4 on the Warlord and then 3 on each troop. Very lucky there. To be honest, that might have been the game-winning move for us, is that lucky D-sats. My other option was to not shoot him for 3 and play the Strike and Fade if we needed to off one of the other troops. But we get lucky, which was okay with us. Now he plays his Game Survivor 5, the Manifest Destiny. which is okay. Here we decide to heal up, keep our health high. Play a speeder to smack him down a little because we have the goldstone in hand still. And shoot for 3. He's pretty low now. He's got 7 life and then the other 5 from Survivor, so 12. He plays his Doombringer and we don't like this. This feels very bad. So I have to figure out a way to get rid of it. Now we've got 2 Envoyagement engagements here. And here I'm like, do I really want to deal with the Doombringer? Or do I just kind of want to get a bit lucky? So what I decided to do is, since we have both Void engagements, I decide to go to see if they hit. Because if they both hit, we can win. 1 Void engagement, hit him for 3, get him down to 4. The next one, get him down to 1 HP if it hits the tactic. And then he's got the 5 HP and the 1, So then what we can do with the 1 is we can strike and fade, and then swing face with Erlen and Goldstone to win. But only if both Void engagements hit. And it was also, I was trying to dig for something to be able to deal with the Doombringer here. Because Goldstone doesn't quite do it and we don't want to swing face. So both of them hit, so we're able to win here. We get a little lucky. Our hit percentage in this deck is like 60% tactics, so we can hit 60% of the time with the Void engagement. So again, we get a little lucky there. And we play the Breach here just to show that we can get a little bit more reach in there. So that was game 1. Now, we played very quickly there, but that game could have gone very badly had it gone on much longer. Now, we'll jump into the final game I want to show you, and this is my other deck, Conrad Kurz versus Magnus here. Now, he doesn't change decks, which I think is a good idea, because I think Magnus is a better matchup against Conrad. Now, I open Edict. Now, Edict against Magnus gives you so much advantage. It's so insane. Now, I also get Mercy and Forgiveness here, which is alright. It's an alright card to have in this matchup to fight him down, but his Whispers as well is something we have to be ready for, so we don't want to just willy-nilly go for attacking face. We want to use it strategically when we can get the most amount of advantage off it. So we just play it and we don't bother attacking. We don't want to reduce our health to the point in which we can't come back. Now Psychic Energy is up again with City of Light, and we go back to us. Now here, I play a Recon, reduce his health by 1, and attack twice. Get that advantage in. And next turn, we're absolutely ready to play Edict here. We want to play an early Edict because we know that a lot of these players in Magnus play Forge Complex, which gives them an extra troop every turn. We want to bury that card. Now, right here, this card is so annoying for us to deal with. We've only got 2 cards in our deck that can deal with it. One we just dumped because we're nowhere near using, and that was Punitive Action once we fill our field. And the other is the 3-drop that destroys everything with 2 or less attack, because we can reduce its attack with Curse and get rid of it. So here we get him down to 1 card in hand and his Whispers of Chaos. And we decide just to go full face. We need a rush. He's got low cards in hand. We have some decent high troops, so if he plays anything, we can get rid of him. But he can just heal every turn. So we're feeling really, really lame there. And we just hope that we're able to draw into a card to deal with it. We just have to keep playing and see what happens. So we reduce his attack down. We decide not to attack because we're not getting that much advantage. And he can just heal up 3 out of the 4 damage. Now, his top deck, Ornatov's Barge here, which is not fantastic for us, but it's alright. It's a distraction card for him. It's not gaining him any advantage other than a turn to draw into better things for him. Now we draw Curse of Foresight here. Very nice card for us. We can dig into our deck and find answers. And we draw our Punitive Action. So that's my goal. My goal right now is to fill our board up with 5 troops and then able to play Punitive Action. So we just take out his field by taking as little damage as possible on our troops. We're not too worried about the bunker. It's not threatening at all. He doesn't have any options with it other than just leave it on his side of the field. We're still worried about this. Now, we got 4 troops. Potentially, we can just play Punitive Action, hope he doesn't heal this, and then play the Predator to shoot it for 3 damage. But we're a bit worried about that because we could waste either of those because he can just heal himself. Whether or not he'll decide to do that or not is a different story. But here, since he's got 3 troops, I decide to just flood the board with the warriors here, trying to bait out the field wipe, the 8-drop Psychic Energy field wipe. Because if I'm able to get that out of his hand, I can drop other things without having to worry, like Curse's Chosen. So we clear his board there, and we've got a lot of damage on the field. Now here he plays City of Light again, so he's getting 4 Psychic Energy every turn. So if he ever draws any energy cards that are good, then he'll be cheering. But he doesn't. So here we're like, we can get a lot of damage in, right? We've got 5 troops on field, so we can ping that off for 5 now, and we can reduce his attack to 0 and get 4, 8, 10, 12, 14 damage in here. Get him down to 20 life from 34 in 1 turn. He's only got 3 cards in hand, 2 because one of them is his Whispers. And we have a hand full of great value cards. So we're feeling quite strong right now, and he's not. Now he plays this card, and this is just a distraction. He knows we're going to be able to get rid of it, but it's buying him a turn to play it right now. So we play our Curse's Chosen to reduce its attack. Now this guy's Terror will be able to destroy it with the flank he gets off Recon Claw. And we just trade in our Rotau there because it's a pretty useless card at the moment. Reduce his attack by 1, swing out for 4, and then get him down to 8 health with Conrad here. Now there's very little he can do right now. We're pretty sure he can't trigger his Whispers here. Now he's still playing out the game. He bounces the card back to a hand, get a threat off field. Plays a card to heal him. And then heals again. Now it's weird he's playing Wonders as well. It's his deck is very interesting, I think. And he knows that I've got probably lethal. If we calculate it up here, we've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But we still need a little bit more damage, which we've got in our hand in form of the Predator. So we play it to shoot him for 3. In a second, I'm sure. There you go. Which gives us the extra damage we need to get rid of him. So we smack him with Conrad here and just finish him off the Recon Claw just to be a little sneaky. So that's my first round prelims against Lord Salt there. My next round is up against the next opponent, the winner of another round. And I'll also post those videos as well. So we'll leave this one here, make it quite short, and I'll see you guys later.